Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to MeatCranium Barbecue and Review. Well, today, this is going to be one of the final videos I do this year. I'm going to have another small one probably middle of next week. There's going to be another small little video, but this one right here is my last major video. So this video right here is going to encompass every single thing that my channel's been about this year. It's going to be barbecue. It's going to be review. I'm going to test some products. I've got a point to prove. And it's going to have a bunch of stuff all together. And yes, I know this video is long. I know it's super long, but this is what I'm going to do for you. Down in the descriptions down below, what I'm going to do is I'm going to itemize the section. So when I talk about one thing, whatever I talk about, I'll put some timestamps on it. So if y'all want to fast forward or skip across, you can do that. So you don't have to go through these diatribes. What I'm doing is I'm doing 4 pork butts. I'm doing 4 different ways because I want to test out the injections. The 3 things that I like to inject in pork butts, first off is pineapple juice, apple juice, and Dr. Pepper. Then the 4th one is going to be no injection at all. That's going to be the control. Now I'm already halfway through this test already, and I've already pulled the control off. The control actually got done first, and everything else about 20 degrees behind. But I know why that is, because the control was in the hot spot on the grill. I'm also doing all 4 of these on the Weber kettle. What do you mean? What do you mean, MeatCranium? 4 pork butts on a 22-inch Weber kettle. I'm going to show you how to do it. You can't do this with all kinds of other kinds of equipment, but you can with the piece of equipment that I used. Stay tuned. Let's get into this, and I'm going to be doing some product reviews. I'll be doing heat glove review. It's going to be a quick one. I'm going to be doing an Inkbird review. It's going to be kind of quick. Actually, not quick, but it's going to be going in and out and talking about the Inkbird. Going to be putting the Flame Boss to the test and see how that goes. I think that's about it. So let's get started. Let's get started on this video.
I got deja vu when I saw you at a table at a road.
All right, what's going on, y'all? I woke up at 5:30 this morning in anticipation that the sun might be up right around 6:15, 6:30ish. It's still 6:41. It's still dark outside, so I had to bring my lights out. But I'm ready to get these pork butts on. Just want to let you know. And also, I'm going to be doing a review of these Barbecue Dragon gloves. Now, I could tell you these are made of aramid fibers and that they're cut and also heat resistant up to 932 degrees. But what good is that going to do you? Let's do those things. Let's test them in real life. I'm going to light it up. Put my hands on there when it's heating up. And that should be plenty good. Let's get started. Let's get these coals on and let's get the pork butts on. Hopefully it's gonna line up here a little bit. I think the sun slept in.
think it's alright. I still catch myself thinking back to you to remember how good it felt. Now I see him in your picture.
All right, so I've had these coals on. There's about 12 coals in there. The sucker's red hot. You can actually see the red right there. All right, this might be a little crazy. Perfect. All that time I had them on there, it's just starting to get a little warm now. That's pretty cool. All right, so now it's time to put the barbecue dragon grill stone on. I went ahead and covered that barbecue grill stone up in aluminum foil. The nozzle for the flame boss. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to get this between two of these, right here. Lay it down. Now this is one of my problems I had with the grill stone before. And where I said I needed to have some gloves. Well, I got some gloves now. And putting this grill stone in here now evens up against the hot coals. It's perfect. Now I'm gonna turn this. There we go. This is what I did to the grill grate right here. I covered up one side where the open side is here of the barbecue dragon grill stone. I covered that up. So check this out. What does that look like? 100% use of my grill grate. That's why I like this. All right, so right here we have something called the slow and sear. I want to prove a point to y'all. Remember when I told y'all that the slow and sear is bulky and it takes up a lot of room? Is the shape of it. I hate the shape of this thing. It takes up like so much room inside that kettle. So when you want to cook something, you're limited on space. If you don't, here you go. So here's a slow and sear right here. Comes out to right here. One pork butt, two pork butts. And really, can you fit them on there all that comfortable? I mean, it's still kind of over the water trough, but there you go. You can put two pork butts on a slow and sear. Let's see how many we can get onto the barbecue dragon grill stone. All right, so it's about 46 degrees out right now. Sun's finally starting to come up. All right, I'm also gonna be using the Inkbird. I'm also doing a review on that. I already put all the cords into the Inkbird, and I'll be discussing that here in a little bit. But let's get the camera down, see how many pork butts we can get onto a barbecue dragon grill stone. All right, here we go. So here I got my temp probe for the flame boss right here. So the first one we're gonna put on is going to be the pineapple. This is the pineapple juice one right here. That one right here. Okay. Now I'm going to get the flame boss temp probe in here. Okay, there we go. Next, this is going to be the control. Oh wait, hold on. Fat tied down. Here we go. Almost screwed that one up. Now they'll all rub down with the same exact thing. Okay. This is going to be the control. There we go. And control is probe number 4 here on the Inkbird. I like to measure like this right here. There we go. So here is the apple. I'm gonna massage some of these around a little bit. This apple, that's the number 2, I think. Go. And here's the Dr. Pepper. Now as these shrink, it's going to be a lot more room in here. Okay. Dr. Pepper, that's number 1 is pineapple. So I'm testing out the temp probe on the flame boss as well. See if they're about the same. There we go. And then Dr. Pepper is last. So put the Dr. Pepper one over here. What I like about these Inkbirds is they have a nice long cord on here too. There we go. 4 pork butts on a barbecue dragon grill stone. Need I say more? Alright, so I want to show you guys the alerts that the flame boss gives you. Check this out. So I'm using the Merlin today because I used the other one last time. So right here it says the pit temp is near temp. It lets you know it's near. Then I want you to know if the pit's open. It looks that way. So we're going to disable the fan to temporarily on Merlin. Pit temp is out of normal range. Pit temp is closed now. The fan is going to re-enable on Merlin. The pit temp is at a normal range. Pit temp open, looks like, Casey, and then looks like the pit is closed now. The fan is re-enabled Merlin. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty smart. So I like that. All right, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this this Inkbird that got sent to me. But first off, let's turn it on. Okay, I got all the temp probes hooked up already. It's pretty cool. It goes through this little thing, and then it's gonna go randomly, one at a time, and it's gonna tell you what the internal temperature is of each one. So see, it's going through. The first probe is 39, 41, 36. So that's the internal temperature right now of each one. So I'll be able to track to see which one is actually doing good. Here's the app. So I got my first one as pineapple juice. Second one is apple juice. Dr. Pepper one is 41 degrees, and the control is now 37. This app was extremely easy to set. Now I do have a temp set on here. If I want to go ahead, I want to change the temp. So you have control checked off. You come up here to the edit screen. And here you can bump up your temperature to whatever you want to bump it up to. So right now I have it about 165 because that's when the stall happens right around. So I have all of them right now at 165. You see right here? Let me see. Go down. I got pineapple juice, apple juice, Dr. Pepper, and the control. I got them all at 165. Once I'm done, I'll put them all at 205. That's the finishing temperature I like to be at, is 205. This app was extremely easy to put. The instructions were really good. But there is something funny on the instructions I'll show you. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, so these are the instructions that you get with your Inkbird. This right here is a question and answer, most commonly ones. But look right here. Can I put this unit in high temperature places? No, it can't. The plastic back magnet temperature should not be over 80 Celsius, 176 Fahrenheit. Otherwise, the unit will be melt. I like looking at that spelling errors. Will be melt. That doesn't make sense. They kind of need to change that. I thought it was pretty funny when I read it last night. Otherwise, the unit will be melt. It's pretty funny. But if you follow these instructions, the setup is super simple. I mean, really, it is. You just go to the app, you press this little button in the middle, then bam, you actually are linked up. This is pretty simple. Also, another thing I like on this app right here. Okay, you can go to this, boom. You can also chart. You also get a chart of what your stuff's currently doing. You got different charts, so it's gonna chart your cook as the temperatures come. Like right now, it hasn't even got to 55 degrees right here. That's pretty cool though. You can actually graph your stuff. All right, just so you know, the Inkbird does not save its information. So once you're done with a cook, the information's gone. It has a lithium-ion battery, which is a very good battery. But if you want to go like a long cook, or you do competitions, you need something that's go like a really long time, this unit will probably get it. I also like that it has that magnet on the back, so I can pair it up with my the shelf, my Barbecue Dragon shelf, and that's really convenient right there. All right, so that's it so far. Get right here. It's starting to chart. See right here, the little line right here. See right. See the line starting to go? So the temperature's actually starting to go up. This is the Inkbird. Okay, so right here is a chart of the flame boss. That's where I open it up. That big dip you see there, that's where I opened it up at. And it recouped those temps extremely quickly. I also set it to notify it when it gets to 195 and to keep warm. You can actually set your flame boss to keep your food warm. I set it for 205, 200. Shows like your pit temp is in the red, your set temp is in the blue, fan output and meat input. So right now, that line of air going straight across, that's the meat right there. Pretty cool stuff. We'll be back, or I'll be back. Oh yeah, quick update. Looks like Flame Boss fixed their problem with their charting on their app collapsing down into a single line. I mentioned that to them. It looks like they had somebody throughout the week working on fixing that. It looks like that issue's been fixed, and they've also been addressing some of those other issues that I brought up as well. So so far so good with Flame Boss, and I can't wait to be able to give a glaring report back that some of these issues have been addressed. App problems look like they've been fixed with the Flame Boss, with the chart collapsing. I like that. That's a good thing. Kind of need that. All right, y'all, I'm a dummy. It's about 45 minutes into the cook. I forgot to reapply some rub, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Because some of that rub got mixed up, got rubbed off. So use It's Incredible Texas beef rib rub. I forgot something else. Moisture. If you want to put moisture into your pit here while you're using this grill stone or anything else, use one of these vegetable cans right here. You can fill it up with water, but since they're injected, you just put these cans right down inside here, wherever you got room. Put it around the sides, fill up with water, and it's going to heat up. So there's a tip for you. Save these cans. I mean, not all of them. I mean, you don't want to get like 50,000 of them, but save at least a couple of these. Put water in them, you can use them. Two things I don't like about the Inkbird so far. First one is the probes. They give you all the long ones, so it's kind of hard if you had kind of tight quarters like you have here to be able to monitor the temperatures of your grill grate. You have the big long one. It'd be really cool if they had one like the clip, like the Flame Boss does, just a clip that clips on there. That'd be really cool. You know, like at least one of them, you know. The other thing is, let me show you, color coordination. All right, so on the graph right here, everything is color coordinated right here. So you got blue, you got the green, blue, red. You think that's orange? Yeah, I think that's orange. Well, it'd be nice if the temp probes, like the end of the temp probes that go into the unit, were, you know, like kind of the same matching colors, or is a sleeve that you could put over there to make it that color, so you can keep track inside your pit and also keep track inside your unit of what, you know, is actually is on there. So but all the ends, the tip going into the unit, and then also the unit itself, everything's black. So it's kind of hard to try to keep track of all that stuff. It would just be a really good thing to try to help out. So that's just kind of a pointer there. But other than that, I mean, it's nothing really major. So I like it. All right, so I just got to the 3 hour mark, and all the temperatures were just all at 100. But it looks like the control and the pineapple juice just went up 2 degrees. But they're basically, it's all even Steven right now at the 3 hour mark, 100 degrees. Pretty good. All right, so another thing I found out that I don't like about this Inkbird, since it has that lithium ion battery, it doesn't really have much of a memory. Well, I didn't know how much of a memory it didn't have. So you gotta, here, I'm gonna turn around. So on here, you got a graph where you can graph stuff. It doesn't graph from the beginning of the cook. It only graphs for about 20 minutes. So see, 10, 20, so it's about 30 minutes is all it graphs. So it looks like it just graphs just a little bit, you know, just like increments, by the half-hour increments is all it graphs. If it could really graph the whole cook, that would be really useful. But other than that, this is completely worthless. The graph is. I think so, at least in my opinion. And now I'm going to put the temperature up to pit temp. I'm going to go to 275. So you can see that. Go to put up to 275 now. Sit. There we go. So 275 is what I'm going to go for right now. All right, so it's going to be time to start wrapping. Just got done checking the temps, and the control is at 165. They hit 165 first, but that's because it was in that open section, and I've been having some problems trying to keep the temperatures even inside the cooking chamber. So 165 is kind of over the hot spot, so that kind of got to 165 first, but I've got 160, 162, and then the pineapples at 160, but that's all good enough. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap all of these and put them back on. All right, for until they get to 205.
I got deja vu when I saw you at a table at our old spot set for two. With that look in your eye when you smile like you always do. But this time it wasn't me that was sitting there next to you. But I'll be fine. It might take a little time, but I think that'll be the line that I'll say to my friends, but they'll know I'm not alright. Cause I saw forever in your eyes, but I think of forever, I think it's out of time.
Alright, so now the Inkbird, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to change the temperature for these right here. Going to go to edit, and then just going to go here, and it's going to put this up to 205. There we go, the check mark. Going to go to control, edit, 205. Alright, so there we go. Now we're ready to go at 205. The control one, without an injection, hit 205 before anything else. As you can tell, everything else is lagging grossly behind. But I think the control hit 205 before everybody else because it's in a hot spot. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out. There we go. Okay, so the next one to be done is the Dr. Pepper. It is now 4:45, and so it got done well after the control. So let's get this one, I'm gonna get this one wrapped up and we get it thrown into the pan and covered. All right, so the pineapple juice one is now ready about 10 minutes after the Dr. Pepper, and apple juice is really lagging behind, so it's still gonna be a while for apple juice, but I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get pineapple juice taken off, and I'm gonna wrap it, and I'm gonna put it into a pan. All right, so I'm still waiting on the apple juice injected pork butt to get done. It's kind of, there's like that one open spot that I covered over the grate with the aluminum foil. Seemed like that was a hot spot, and whatever was over that seemed to cook the quickest, and whatever's on the outside seemed to cook quicker too. And the apple juice one was sort of, I guess, probably more in the middle than any other one was. That's probably why it cooked maybe a little bit slower. But that's kind of I'm not sure if it has anything to do with the injections or not, but you know, that's just kind of what I've seen so far. It's whatever's near the hot spot, that one open part, whatever's near that, that's what cooked quicker, and the apple juice one seemed to be a little bit further away. So that's the only reason I can even come up with it. I don't know if it has anything to do with the injection being the apple juice or the pineapple juice or even the Dr. Pepper. But so far it has gone, the control was first, Dr. Pepper, then the pineapple juice injected one was first, and I'm still waiting on the apple juice. The time now is, it's almost 5 o'clock, so it's going to be getting late here. It's going to be getting dark here in about another half hour, 45 minutes. So I'll let you know when I pull the apple juice one off, and then be the taste test, and then that'll be it. All right, so almost to the end. Remember, you can't do this with a slow and sear. One more thing while it's still light outside. This is what I've come across so far. Let's go to the graph here. This is got to be probably the most wildest. This right here, the steady one, that's the temperature of the meat going inside. Then this is the blower. The blue line is where I've set the temperatures at. So I've set at different temperatures to try it out. This top line that was like 300 and 275, and then 250 was right there, and with the like 255 at one time. Then this right here is the Merlin offline. See, I mean, these temperatures, and this is the temperature. I mean, it has just been sporadic. It has not been anywhere along the line. I don't know if that's user error or I don't know. And maybe it's just because I had so much meat in the pit at one time, but that's the reason why it's been so sporadic. But that's what I've looked at so far.
But if you ask me how I'm doing, I would say I'm doing well. I'm doing well. But I'd be...
All right, so an unforeseen development here. The Flame Boss app stopped working. And if the Flame Boss app isn't working, then it's not going to control the actual device itself to start blowing and controlling the temperature inside your pit. So I had to go with plan B, which is go to, Inkbird. They're saving the day. So the top one, went ahead and hooked up another one to the Inkbird, and now the Inkbird is monitoring the temperature of the pit inside. So the bottom one, that's the temperature of the meat. The top one is the temperature of the pit. So there we go. Okay, so update with the Flame Boss app. I had to go ahead and unplug it, unplug the power to it, plug it back in, and now it's working all over. Now it's working again. So back on track, but I think it's kind of late. It's almost at temperature. It's at 196 right now for the apple juice injected pork butt. So that's what I had to do. I had to unplug it from the power and plug it back in. All right. Time now is 5:49. Apple juice has finally gotten to the 200s at 201. I normally try to wait till I get to 205, but you know what? 201, that's close enough. I'm pulling it right there. I'm gonna wrap it up in foil, put it in the pan, gonna let it rest, and then we're gonna tear into this stuff. Okay, so right here I have the pineapple. This is the apple. This one's the Dr. Pepper, and this one here is the control. My wife already ripped into that one. She said it was really good.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull some of this apart. We're gonna give it a try.
When I saw you at a table at a road spot set for two, with that look in your eye when you smile like you always do.
All right, so this taste test, everybody can know what it is. And what the purpose of this test is to see, you know, which one might be more tender, which one might be more juicy, if there's a difference in flavor, to see if there's a difference in the injection that you use. So I'm gonna try first. I'm gonna try this is the pineapple one right here. The only thing that I put on this is just a straight, it's incredible, the Texas rib rub. That's the only thing I put on these. And then I didn't put like none of the special like brown sugar, butter, and all that stuff that a lot of people like to put for the apple. That one's hotter because that's when I just got off. It's good, it's moist. Here goes the Dr. Pepper. That's pretty good too. Yeah, in fact, that's real good. I like that Dr. Pepper one. I'm gonna get the camera turned around so y'all can see the difference in color in these things too. It's pretty cool. And then the next one's gonna be the control. No injection, it was only the rub, and that's all there was to it. Nothing was inside there as I steamed it. Here's the control. You know what, that's actually pretty moist too. For me not injecting it, it's pretty dang moist. I'm gonna try that pineapple one more time. You can't really go wrong with either one. The Dr. Pepper one had a little bit more, I don't know what you can say, je ne sais quoi? I don't know. But I always hear that term. It's a je ne sais quoi. I have no idea what it means, but it's a je ne sais quoi. So, look, y'all want to do some injections? You can't go wrong with pineapple, apple, Dr. Pepper, or but I would always suggest, you know, injecting it because it gives a little bit more moistness to it. But I mean, even the control is good. This Dr. Pepper, I would say probably the winner, in my opinion, would be the Dr. Pepper. Well, how about you, honey? What do you say?
Out of all four of those,
Yeah.
the Dr. Pepper was the one that had more of a taste to me, and it was more juicier.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, let's get the kid down here. Let's see what he says. All right, so this is the pineapple, the color of the pineapple. This is the color of the apple. This is the Dr. Pepper. The Dr. Pepper does have, I don't know if you can see it on camera, it does have a little more of a dark color. And then here's the one that has nothing. It's just straight up homemade products on there. That's all it is. But the Dr. Pepper actually does look a little bit darker than the other ones. Let's see if I can get out here. Look, you can see? Pineapple, apple. Dr. Pepper looks a little bit more darker. And then the you got the control. All right. All right, so my son, he just tried some. So which one did you like the best? Dr. Pepper. The Dr. Three for Dr. Pepper. So it's unanimous. Dr. Pepper. If y'all haven't tried Dr. Pepper injection in your pork butts, pork shoulders, Boston butts, whatever have you, but go ahead and try some Dr. Pepper. Inject some Dr. Pepper in there. You're gonna love it. I have one more small video coming out later on this week, but this is the last official big video I have for the rest of the year. And just so let me make the point of with Solon Sear, you can't do 4 pork butts with a Barbecue Dragon grill stone. You can do 4 pork butts on your 22-inch Weber kettle. There was a few struggles trying to keep the temperatures even with the Flame Boss. I'm not sure exactly why. It was really windy today, so that might be a reason why, because it was pretty windy. I'll see y'all next year. Ciao.
Now I see him in your pictures and it gets me overwhelmed. But if you ask me how I'm doing, I would say I'm doing well. I'm doing well. But I'd be lying. It might take a little time, but I'd say I'm doing fine.